recorded guitar and bass and at my home, and I did a lot of the production. Um, and this is kind of the first for me for Signs, like really taking on. Usually Corey would do that, our guitar player, but he was just very busy in the last couple like year or so with family and stuff. So I just kind of took it on, and it's a bit different, but it was really fun. We kind of all got together and just did guitar stuff through my system, and then I went to the studio for drums, and David went to the same studio for vocals as well. So we did a lot of writing on video chat like Skype, because you can screen share. We'd screen share our programs and just pass ideas back and forth through email and stuff. So yeah, it's just easier to do it that way. We did get together at the beginning of COVID, but when things started ramping up, we figured it was safer to just do it separately and come together on video chat here. But yeah, I wanted to. I kind of had like a sound in mind, and a lot of our dudes were just busy dealing with life and the pandemic, and I was just like, I just want to write music. I just started writing writing songs, and it just kind of started coming together. And then here and there, everybody would kind of pull in and send ideas and stuff. And it was we did it surprisingly cohesive, like together, for not being actually in the same room, you know?
It's beyond flattering. Alex has been an influence to me personally for over 10 years now. I remember whenever I found In the Arms of Perdition and literally shit my pants, man. You know what I mean? I love Despised Icon. I just like a complete powerhouse of a band influenced me, and then him saying those kind words literally, it brought tears to my eyes, not gonna lie.
Did you know him personally?
I met him on tour whenever we did the Shadow of Intent Melancholy tour. I met him in Montreal, and we kind of like stayed connected, and we kind of grew into becoming friends just from doing the collaboration and discussing ideas and stuff, and just like the banter back and forth, just having a good time. You know what I mean? We became good buddies and everything. So, yeah. Shadow of Intent is a very phenomenal band. I definitely recommend you to check them out. They're close friends of ours. We did a tour with them, and Bobby has actually been friends with them, with all those guys for like 4 or 5 years now, Bob?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years, something like that. Yeah. We got to stay. Ben invited us to stay at his home once while we were on the road, and ever since then, just kept in contact. And just to see them, they've been climbing, we're killing it. So
yeah, but
perfectly that song.
Yeah, like it worked out real well getting him on that track. Kind of just fell into place. Corey Smarsh, our guitar player, we are going to start implementing clean singing into songs where it feels appropriate and it like fits the emotional standpoint that we're trying to reach with our like music.
Yeah, definitely. Like we kind of like write the music first, and then we're like, okay, this would fit. You know, we don't try to like cram it in there, like make room for the clean singing. And it just kind of worked out really well. And we were like, fuck it, let's do it. It sounds good. You know, he came through. He has a phenomenal voice that we've never been able to use because of the type of band that we are, you know. And it just worked out. Unfortunately, he killed it.
Yeah, whenever it came together, we realized how unique it really was. You know what I mean? And not too many people really dive into doing that kind of style of vocals with the kind of style of vocals that I do, you know what I mean? So it's like really hit or miss, like whenever it comes to hearing that kind of junction together, you know? Like one band that kind of like comes to mind where I think like they kind of did the same thing was like Betraying the Martyrs. They accomplished it very well. us, it has like multiple meanings because we kind of started the record out. I pitched out this topic of trying to come out with like, it was like absolution or a absolute or something like that whenever it first came to play. And like Bobby noted that like it's kind of something that was already been done before. And we kind of like worked into it and we're like doing some research and stuff. And we wanted to come up with a more unique name. And he approached me with the Absolvere. And I was like, man, it just looks cool just reading it. You know what I mean? So did more research on it and everything. And like, I was like, dude, this is it. Like 100%. Like, this is it. And the word actually transcribes to be dissolve, where we chose that for the most part. Like once we found out the meaning and like to make it like relatable to us, we wanted it to kind of like seem like we're dissolving and becoming something new and like kind of like shedding skin type deal. So like that was kind of like where it hits for me as an artist of the band, what the title of the album is, because like it's more of a lump sum. It's not like a single word that describes the entire thing. You know what I mean? So yeah. What about you, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much covered it all. I think it really definitely started to work its way whenever we did find kind of settle on something. It started to work its way into other things, like the title track is just this atmospheric, like short instrumental song, but it kind of hits all the points of the album. Like it's a very good like palate cleanser. I feel like in between, like what is the beginning, like the first half of the album, and the second half is kind of like this big epic. Um, like climax in the last like two songs, kind of how I hear it when I listen to it, and yeah. So the album name just it kind of all started to come together. It was really exciting, when we started like settling on things, and I feel like previous albums was just like I don't know. There's a lot more thought in general went into to this album than we have ever had the time to give an album before because of the pandemic. We were home so much. So yeah, they gave us more time and like opportunity to really research and like think about what we wanted to do and how we were tied everything together. Dave did a really great job with lyrically kind of tying everything together and hitting points that we don't usually get to talk about as a band, just being the kind of band that we are. But yeah, it just kind of came together, I guess.
It's like a book's like falling into a statue. It's the artwork itself is many key elements from every song's added all together into one. Like if you look very closely, it looks like the humanoid statue has like a cage for skin. That's referencing like Hollow Prison. The book, where it's smashing into the statue's face and like the dust and all of the digital dust is coming from its head, that represents like Absolvere itself. The spinal blades that are sticking out of the guy's back, that's the obsidian blade reference in Blood Seal. It's just like there's so many key little things that we added to the like to make the artwork, and it just like came to life itself. You know what I mean? We found an artist that we typically wouldn't really go through previously. We wanted to try to create something that was just different and that would stand out in a group of like deathcore albums. Everyone does the same, where it's like painted, or it's just like this crazy alien scene, or it's like all these people getting decapitated and like armies fighting or something. We just wanted something where it's like an entity that stands for our album, you know?
It's just different from what a lot of deathcore style, a lot of people use that kind of painted artwork or like just black white symbolism or something. I just feel like, especially on our roster with Unique Leader Records, is like if you look on the site or on their Facebook page and you see all the albums that are coming out. I mean this respectfully, but the album art definitely pops out as something different. It's colorful, more vibrant. So it's just kind of like eye catching. You know, you say like, oh, what's that? You know, whether you like it or not, you know, it's just kind of
Right.
grabs your attention. So.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that with friends and Worm Shepherd, a Unique Leader Records band. They're a younger band. They're on the up and coming. Looking forward to taking them out, and also get to play some select shows with Absolvere. Looking forward to playing some shows with them because that is ex Suffocate Ricky Hoover's new band. Me being an old school MySpace guy, I used to jam Suffocate all the damn time. I loved them back in the day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting the road with them and meeting those guys and making new friends and getting to reconnect with our fans in the United States. It's not as large of a tour as we typically do, but we were just kind of nervous to kind of take on a really large scale tour right out of the pandemic. Really didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? Circumstances can change at any moment in time. None of us are really prepared for what is to come. You know what I mean? If between different select choices of other people, you know what I mean? Like, don't know what's going to happen. So it's kind of like we're kind of just winging it and hoping for the best, staying optimistic and looking forward to connecting with our fans. See, like we're discussing some stuff for 2022 for Europe. Literally, it's a caliber of tour that I would have never envisioned in my career of Signs of the Swarm, to be completely honest. I'm very ecstatic. I hope it comes to light. We are also talking about doing some very drastic traveling within the next 2022 to 2023 area, where we're going to be covering a lot of space on the world.
Hopefully, it seems as of right now, we have something planned almost every other month for the next, what, like 8 months or so? 8 or 9 months?
Yeah, like
So,
we're like pretty much booked out till next spring. It's just we
yeah,
can't say anything.
yeah. So hopefully, you know, things just, especially with COVID right now, hopefully things just keep moving and, you know, get to be back out there again.
Yeah.
That's what we live for.